Hello, awesome people. Welcome to VP's Wealth Radio Show. This is Vijay Prakash, author of Amazon number best-selling book Slumdog Investor. So today being Friday, we have a ritual to take lessons on entrepreneurship. So if you are already a business owner, you're already an entrepreneur, or you aspire to be an entrepreneur, then this video is for you. Okay. So today we are going to take a lesson from a diamond. Believe me, you are a diamond. You are a form of a human diamond. Either you are waiting to be cut and finished so that you can go and shine in the world, or let us just discover the quality. So, what type of diamond are you at this point of time? That we will get to know with something called as the 4 C's of diamond. You know, so when you look at the diamond, we look at the four things. One, which is called as the caret. What is the weight of that diamond? Then cut, then color, and then clarity. So let us see what is the value of each of this is inside you, and how can we take a lesson as an entrepreneur from each of these 4 C's of diamond, you know, which creates a value for a diamond, right? These are the things which makes a diamond precious. So let's move on. So first thing is called as the caret, which means how much is your weight. And for a human, it is your passion and your positivity. What is that which you are passionate about? There is a saying that there is nothing such thing more powerful than a human soul on fire. So any time when you have seen a triumph or a victory or creation of something new, you know, I talked about being unreasonable in my previous videos, right? All the human progress or all the human discoveries and invention is only done by people who are unreasonable. So there is nothing, as I said, such thing more powerful than a human soul on fire, right? So what is that you are passionate about, and what is your level of passion? What is that? Are you ready to give up the distractions? You know, are you ready to, what are you ready to give up for your passion, right? Because when passion becomes professional, life is a celebration, isn't it? The second thing is the positivity. Now, I have told in my previous video, friends, default is negative. There is nothing such as the balanced state. The default world is negative. You open a TV channel, it's negative. You open a newspaper, it's negative. You go around people, they are negative. So negativity is around you, and that's why if you are not regularly developing yourself, you know, this negativity is going to enter into your head, and it will convince you that nothing can be done. So very, very important that you will have to start filling yourself with the positivity. You know, I'll give you a classic example which I learned from one of my mentor, Darren Hardy. What he did was he took a glass of Coke, okay, and he said that you see this dark color water, and if we have to clean it, how do we do it? You know, if we have to clean it, how do we do it? So what he did was he took a beaker, he took a jar and placed that a glass of cola or the dark color water inside. Okay, and then what he did was he started pouring the water into the glass. So eventually, what happened? This all black color Coca-Cola came out into the beaker, and then the whole glass was filled with a white water, right? So what it means is, if you have to clear your negativity, you will have to fill in. And when I talk about negativity, where is the negativity? It is in your head. It's here. So you have to fill it with a positivity, which is a positive mental literature. I've told in my previous videos also, right? The first thing what you should do is, if you get up in the morning, go for a walk, or something you do, just plug your ear with a positive words. right? Garbage in, garbage out. We know this. Beautiful things will go inside, and your tone is set for the day, right? So passion and positivity. Let's move on to the second point, which is your cut, right? So how is the cut of the diamond, right? And in a human, the cut is nothing but performance and perseverance, right? I mean, when it comes to your performance, are you playing at 100%? Are you giving your 100% performance which is required for your business? Or are you somebody who is getting distracted every single day, right? As an employee, it is okay to go to work. Sometimes you don't feel like working also, it is okay. But as an entrepreneur, every single day counts because your activity is linked with the revenue, right? So where is your performance? And I really, if you want to check your performance, there is a formula called as a 212 Fahrenheit, right, which is 100 degrees Celsius. Until unless you don't boil water at 212 or 100 degrees Celsius, it will not become a steam, right? It stays as a water. Even if you boil it till 99.99, it still remains water, isn't it? But when water becomes steam, its power is immense, right? It was able to move the steam engines, right? So steam becomes very, very powerful. So similarly, where is your performance? Is your performance at 212? This is what is the question you would need to ask. Now, the next thing in terms of a cut is the perseverance, right? In the confrontation between stream and rock, stream always wins, not because of its power, but persistence and perseverance, right? And the classic, there are a lot of classic story which talks about this perseverance. One story is if you have not watch this movie called Manji, Dasrath Manji. A single man took 24 years to cut the mountain and create the passage between it, right? Created a road between it. 23 years. I mean, a man can break the mountain just with the hammer. Think about it, right? If you have not watched the movie Shashank Redemption, that is again a classic example of perseverance, right? Anytime when things are not working according to me and things get delayed, I watch this movie, right? If you have not watched this movie, Gully Boy, they say this, right? Apna time aayega. And this is where your perseverance comes into picture. Apna time aayega agar perseverance hai to, right? So after the cut, let's move on to the third thing, which is what color are you? What is the color of your personality and the people's skills? My dear friends, there has never been a great leader without a great personality, right? APJ is gone, but what a great personality he is. I'm not saying he was, what a great personality he is. The work, what he has done, the books, what he has left, I mean, they are worth reading. If you have not read the books of APJ, I must say that you read it. Now, in terms of personality, the 5% is look. Okay, 5% is your look, which you cannot change, that God has given. It's a very relative, right? Yeah. For some people, African people are not good looking. For African, maybe Vietnamese is not good looking, right? Because the way we grow up, we are color biased also. A lot of biases is being created based on where is your upbringing. But trust me, when you go to UN, it does not matter from how many countries people have come, hundreds of countries they have come. But finally, when they put a white shirt and the black color suit in UN, all nation becomes one nation, right? And that is what is United Nations. So don't worry about your looks in terms of a personality, my dear friends. As I said, you are a diamond, right? What is your quality will depend on how much you develop yourself. But then there is a 95% which is inside you, 5% your outside look, 95% what you are inside. And that 95% you can always change. 5% is the look, which you cannot change. But 95% what is inside you, you can always change. And you can always become a great personality who can go and influence the world. I always say this to all my students, that there is a seed of greatness waiting inside you to sprout. You just have to nurture it, right? Then comes your people skills. Now, people skills as a leader, what is our responsibility? You know, a company owner or as an entrepreneur or as a leader, what is our responsibility? When I was in a corporate, I used to see a lot of people were not applying people skills. You know, they were applying people kills. That means they never used to care about them. Remember this, as an entrepreneur, my friends, your people are your biggest asset. Okay, they are the ones who are going to bring customer for you. They are the ones who are going to, you are not going to be a solopreneur for rest of your life. You are going to have your team, isn't it? You cannot work alone. So when you have a team, you have to interact with people, you have to work with them, and you have to care for them, right? And when in your aspirational goal, you will attach the goal of the people, as my friend Rajiv Talreja says, then miracle is going to happen, right? So one very important lesson to learn here in terms of a people skills is, one, I'll give you few tips to build good relationship with people. One is give genuine compliment to people, right? You know that we are in a lonely world now. People are isolated, busy in their phone. Husband and wife are hardly talking to each other, right? Everybody is busy in the phone, and they are, I believe, they are not living, they are just existing, right? Because when you are not using your brain and you are not doing a conscious living, then you are just like a vegetable to me, right? So one very important thing as a leader is empowering your people. Now, there is a person named Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. I mean, he is no more. He lived for 98 years, and he is the founder of Transcendental Meditation. And he was so powerful at one point of time in Holland that there was a currency called as a Rama, which used to run in Holland in his territory. And the value of one Rama was $10. So you can understand the kind of a wealth he had created and the kind of world he had created. So somebody was interviewing him, and he said, you know, you are the founder of the Transcendental Meditation. And but we see people come do your program, but you don't have a huge fan following. You don't have a followers, you know. And you know what he replied? He said, I'm not here to come. I'm not here to create followers. I'm here to create Maharshis, right? So as a leader, it is our responsibility to create our second line and to create our copy. And the best thing to check your character is, you ask yourself, do you want to have leaders like you in the company? That will definitely tell you what type of diamond are you, you know. So very important, ask this question: do you want to have leaders like you in your organization? If your answer is yes, then great. But if the answer is no, I think you need to examine the whole project, because this is not a good news for you. Okay, so personality and people skills. Then the fourth C of diamond is clarity. My mentor T. Harvaker says clarity is power. So perspective, principles, and patriotism. So what is your perspective, right? And then your personal principles in place. So if you have not watched my video on entrepreneurship, the previous video on entrepreneurship, you go and check out this video, you know, because your outlook and if your perspective, if there is no clarity, I mean, people should know what is that which you stand for. So for me, I stand for giving, people financial education in early part of their life so that they can have a better life. And goal is to reach out to as many people as possible in their early part of life, so that they have a better life because they have a financial wisdom. So this is what I stand for by harnessing the power of the stock market. That is what I stand for, right? So your perspective and your principles. Now, if you have not my previous, as I said, previous entrepreneurship videos, go and check what was the problem with the Vijay Mallya, what was the problem with the Subrata Roy, what was the problem with the Raju Ramlingam, what was the problem with the Nirav Modi, what was the problem with the Arshad Mehta, because their principles were not intact. They were compromisable. And trust me, in your life, you will see law of karma works all the time. So clarity. Okay. Now, with perspective and principle, another very, very important thing which I want to drive is the patriotism. Now, there is a lot of discussion going around it, so I don't want to get into it. But to me, patriotism is love your country. You know, don't crib about the tax. Don't crib about, see, government is there. They are there to decide how much tax to pay. And that you have to pay. You can talk about it. You can say, this is not good, this is good, things like that. But ultimately, when government decides that this is the amount of tax you have to pay, you pay, right? Because we take so much from this country, right? I mean, if government will not do so much for us, I mean, imagine that roads we walk on, the transportation what we take, you know, so many things, so many resources which we are using, you know, that we are supposed to pay for that. So don't crib, you know. And to me, Japanese people are the most patriot people in the world, because I have heard so many stories about them. So there is lot to learn from these Japanese people. There is a one story of founder of the Sony, right? So somebody wanted to buy lakhs of transistors from him, and he said, you know what, I will buy these lakhs of transistors from you, but the thing is, we cannot brand it as a made in Japan. You know, probably we will brand it as a made in America. And he refused for that order, because for him, patriotism came before the business, right? And once he went to America, and what he realized that there is no flag of his country, there, and he made a decision that because after Second World War, because of the rift between Japan and America, there was no Japanese flag in America, and he made sure that a time will come when the Japanese flag will be there in the soil of America. And in 1962, I believe, there was the very first time when the Sony's was present in America, and then Japanese flag first time posted on American soil. You know, so as a country, I think we really need to take lesson from Japan, right? So very important is the patriotism. So the last thing what I will summarize is, whatever ever four C's we have covered, these are the 9 P's. And as an entrepreneur, I want you to take a look at these 9 P's, which are basically a combined summary of those 4 C's, which is your passion, your positivity, your performance, your perseverance, personality, perspective, principles, and patriotism. So I hope the lessons what you have learned today is going to add value to your business, right? Because as an entrepreneur, we are have to evolve every single day, right? We have to set goals every single day. We have to fight for our dreams every single day. And if you are someone who wants to move into this quadrant, just keep watching these videos. You don't know which one idea will click, and you will start. Okay. So the last thing which I want to tell, we have started a contest here. The contest is people who are engaging with my videos, commenting it, talking about the learnings. they are going to there is going to be a one winner to whom I am going to gift a book on the wealth management. So keep watching these videos. You could be a lucky winner, and there is a lot of exciting things which is coming in this space. And we are going to announce about the lucky winner in next Sunday, right? Because we have just started this contest in the mid of the week. So next Sunday, I will announce the lucky winner. Till then, keep watching my videos, which I'm posting every single day. And if I am little bit able to improve your life, I think it was worth it. So this is Vijay Prakash signing off for the day. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.